the number on your screen right now, and we'll send you this membership kit free.
But just extrapolating the last point there, to go on about that shit. I love autistic girls. Every good pimp knows that the autistic girls are always the money girls. They always have that sexy look on their excitability level is off the chain. They're like me. You can show them a picture, just an ordinary picture, like a like a family photo, even sometimes, and they'll just be like, "Wow." Chicks get wet, go home, masturbate over it. They have a high excitability level like that. My girlfriend's always be like, "What? Sorry, catch him masturbating and shit." What? Back in the day, you know. I don't know why, but Z-Bot was she was always worried about, she's so cute. This is how she introduced her vibrator to me. I guess my reaction was off. But she opens her trunk, she had this cool ass car. And she was living in her car again at this point, back then, for a little while. Or in the graveyard, she really was. You know, but and so this heavy, and she did it right. She do it like I do it. This heavy duty, like, you know, it was a nice one, but it was wired. The battery was bigger than the vibrator was. She had the battery, and you're gonna need that obviously when you're a chick, or if you're a dude even. But she had that, and I'm like, yep. I looked at it and I seen it fall out, and she's gonna be so embarrassed. No, she won't. And she's like, what? All cute and shit, and bends over in her shorts again. And she's like, no, it's somebody else's. It's a radio. It's this, it's that. I'm like, no. But I was always hoping she'd bring that in, but we never got that far. That's so cute. I would have just vibrated her all fucking day. Really, you know what I mean? It looked like her tattoo equipment. With the battery pack, I'm like, yeah, that's how I do it. I'd get like a fucking, one of those drills that, you know, those high-powered ones though that you plug in. They're somewhere between the battery ones and the and a commercial fucking drill you use for like construction or something to mix cement or something like that, or something smaller, you know. And you put silk and fucking fluffy, all that fluffy shit on it, and you put it against your dickhead and just and you apply oil to it or something. That's the kind of shit we were trying to do. We were trying to stroke out on our own egos. We were trying to be as hedonistic as possible. That's what I love about autistic people, is they know how to fuck. What are you doing with that thing? And then me and Z-Pig are down there trying to figure out, how do we silence this? This thing feels so fucking good, but how do we silence this? Because it's probably too loud. Yep. And then you try to get me to, and then I'd be working on how to make it mobile and how to bring it in the car with us, and then, you know, I should have known better. We were always, never mind, but I got stories. I got a lot of stories, man. Oh, that was so fucking good. I almost struck out. That's how sick we were. How sick we are. Reminds me of the greatest fucking video I ever seen, too. We didn't get to do this, but there was this chick, like this hot fucking housewife chick. You didn't even get to see her face, but some people would just say she was ordinary 40-year-old, and she was, but she was gorgeous. You could just see by the thighs and the legs. And she had her dildo right on her washer spinner with the door open. And it was a big fucking big enough. And the shit, it looked like, and it was spinning. Fucking spinning. Fucking wild. I jacked off to that many times. But she came powerfully, and the thing slammed shut, and she jumped off, and it was like, yeah, baby. Fucking incredible. No man will ever fuck her again. Proper. But she didn't even seem that pleased. I'm like, oh, she's about to come. She's gonna, I want. It was just an ordinary orgasm, but it was like, wow, that's the most erotic thing I've ever seen. Just literally spinning. It's like, yes. Your husband is rendered fucking useless. You know what I mean? That thing, spinning fucking top. Yeah. That was no thing. At one point, she grinded it down, and I'm like, the motor. You're gonna hear the motor or something press against the aluminum, and it didn't. And I'm like, wow, she's really. And think about it, it's not that much pressure at all. The thing stayed on. I think it was taped on actually with duct tape or something. I was like, oh, that's so fucking hot. Who is this spun out bitch that went that far and did that? It's fucking amazing. I expected her to just have but she must have done that shit every day. God damn, I want to get back to that. That shit was so erotic. You know she was a little, how fucking hot is that?